Hello, my name is Bob. Welcome to a short stop on pool. Welcome to Rack of the Week number 45. This week I'm going to feature John Schmidt for the second time. So I'll be attempting to read John's mind. I'll be putting words in his mouth. I hope I get it mostly right. But this is what I see. He shows great situational awareness throughout this rack. You know, all straight pool players have the next 3, 4, 5 shots in mind, but they also know where all the balls are on the table and what needs to be accomplished. And John demonstrates that several times during this rack. And then, towards the end of the rack, he pulls off a shot that I call Efren-esque. I don't think there's one or two other straight pool players on the planet who would have seen this shot and attempted it. It's a great shot. See if you can see it coming. Let's get into the rack. He has an outside angle to start the rack. Looks like he's going to hit this center ball pretty full. Yeah, look at that draw. So that cue ball went to here and curved to the rail. That's what that draw does. And then it's going to pick up that right-hand spin, which brought it 2 rails. But because of this draw stroke where it curved into the rail, that really slowed it down. So he's a little unfortunate. It was kind of a glancing blow to the rack. Not a glancing blow, but all the force went into these balls on the other side of the rack, and that's why there's still a really tight cluster of balls that were on the right side of the rack. So a little bit fortunate to only have one shot to shoot, but on the other hand, he's in great shape in that he's got the perfect angle to go into these balls. Now, a lot of players, myself included, might be tempted to blast into this pretty hard and try and open all these balls. And that might work out real well, especially if you can get a bit of a stun follow stroke where you're hitting the edge of this ball so that the cue ball goes forward. Now the cue ball is going to go into the 8 and go this way. So you'd be surprised you can find yourself down underneath this ball or in the pocket. Perhaps that's why John didn't shoot it that way. I'm not sure. But he's going to shoot it more softly with a high ball. And rather than what I just diagrammed, he's going to miss this ball entirely and just go into the 8. That's going to leave a cluster here. The way he shoots it is a safer way to shoot it. You're keeping the cue ball much more under control. You're trusting in your abilities to open the rest of the rack later on. Now he's a little bit unfortunate that he didn't get a shot on this ball that the 7 blocked him. He knew he was going to have a shot on the 8 or one of these balls coming out. At this point, John's primary thought in my mind is to open this cluster. It's too early to plan for a break shot or a key ball or any of that. He's got to get these open or the run's over. You want to do it in a way that you have insurance balls. This is an ideal insurance ball, depending on what side you hit these balls from. Like, for example, if the cue ball was up higher, he could cut the 6 in the side and send the cue ball 1 rail and hit these, and they'll open up. And then if the cue ball stops here, you would think that you'll have a shot on the 8 in the side. So that's an insurance ball for that shot, but he doesn't have that angle on the 6. That's just one example. So he's looking for a way to open this rack. Right now he's kind of hampered by the 7 ball. So I think he wants to pocket the 6 and come off the rail and then plan from there. It's possible that if here's the shot line to the 3 in the side pocket. So if he can pocket the 6 and stay above this line, he might have the proper angle to stun right into the top of the 14 ball and have the 8 as an insurance ball. And probably this ball is an insurance ball. So there's going to be options. The point here is he's a little bit hampered. Make the ball so that you keep the run going. Yeah, look at him trying to make a bridge over that 7 ball. So this is 99% make that 6 ball, and we'll deal with whatever happens after that. So now he's looking. He's pretty straight. He does not have an angle to use the 3. And you saw him get ready to shoot the 15 and then stop and go up to the head of the table and take a look. In my opinion, I could be wrong, what he sees is that if the cue ball can come off this rail and bump the 8, the cue ball will be here. And he'll have an angle on the 7 to draw the cue ball into here. Now, he'll have lost, well, he might lose his insurance ball in the 8 on that shot, But if he doesn't hit it hard, the 8 might not move very far. He'll probably have a good shot. I think that's what he's planning on doing. It certainly looks that way to me. So let's watch the execution. Notice the care he took in setting up to the shot. And as it turns out, he hit it with a perfect speed and just about bumped the 8 ball perfectly. But now he's treetop. He's jacked up over the 8, so there's no way that he can cue this well enough to shoot the 7 and open these. So you see him walk around. He's looking at where's the cue ball going to be when he shoots the 3, because he already sees the shot, and obviously I know what he's going to shoot. He wants to get a straight-in shot on the 3, because then he has a cut shot on the 8, and he can send the cue ball 2 rails out of the corner into the stack. Now the 3 and the 8 are going to be gone, so he's not going to have much of an insurance ball. The danger with this shot, I'll go ahead and let him shoot the 3. The danger with this shot is that you come into the bottom of the stack and the cue ball hits this ball and scratches, or goes to here and it's going to have spin on it to come back this way, and then you're just really in trouble. So when you hit this shot, this is a shot that straight blue players play a lot and practice a lot. You want to make sure that you're coming into the side of this ball or the top of these balls, so the cue ball goes this way. And then this becomes an insurance ball, and even if that wasn't there, he has a shot on this ball and this ball. Plus, you're pushing the balls in the cluster. Hey, hold on, John. Slow down, buddy. You're pushing balls in the cluster in this direction, so it's very likely the cue ball goes up table that you'll have a shot into this corner pocket. And indeed, he could shoot this ball in the corner pocket if he wanted to. So that's a perfectly executed shot. Now, at this moment, it becomes obvious the rack has been solved. Every ball has a pocket. He's definitely in the end pattern. This is the break ball. This is the key ball. I think what John saw instantly, and he went down to shoot the 14 right away rather than the 15. What he saw is he has 3 balls on the rail, 1, 2, 3. And he has a perfect angle on the 14 to shoot the 14 in the side and bring the cue ball between these 2 rail balls. Then he can shoot this rail ball up in the corner, this one down here, and then he'll have a shot on this one down here. So each of those balls leads to the other. As rail balls, you want to remove them, and then the balls that are remaining are the ones that are out in the open. Okay, John, now go ahead and shoot. So a funny thing happens right here. Watch him walk over to the rail. So he wants to shoot this ball in the upper corner, and then he realizes, wait a minute, put on the brakes. That's the wrong shot. I need to shoot this ball first. Why is that? Most of you probably already realized. We'll always work backwards from the break shot. This is your break ball. This is your key ball. What's the best key ball for the key ball? This one. That's your best K2 ball. And that's the reason why John realized, oh, wait a minute, I don't want to shoot that ball after all. I want to leave that ball. As soon as you realize that you're leaving this ball as the key ball as the K2 ball, it becomes obvious, I would hope, that this ball is the best K3 ball. Because you can get any kind of angle. You have just like a giant position zone on this ball that you can bring the cue ball a whole bunch of different ways right over here for your K2. So now that informs you the order of all the balls, because we've removed 1, 2, 3, 4 balls from the table, from the 7 balls that are on the table. So he needs to shoot this one and this one and this one next. And he's going to shoot this ball next. So what order do you shoot these in? Do you go 13, 15, 11, or do you go 13, 11, 15? The answer to that question is, which ball gets you up table easiest? Now, I initially thought when he bent over that he was simply going to pocket this ball, roll the cue ball over here or slide over there, shoot this ball and come up here, or you could come up this way, either side, to get an angle on the 15 to go up table. But that really brings the side rails into play, because unless you get close to straight on this 15, you're going to want to go shoot the 15 and go to a rail and come up and get on the 1. And then these other balls are in the way. It makes a lot more sense to shoot the 13 get shape on the 15 because any angle on this 11, it's a rail shot. If the cue ball's on this side, you just make the 11 and roll straight up this way. If the cue ball's on this side, you just make the 11 and roll straight up this way. You've taken the side rails and these other balls out of play. In my opinion, that's what John was thinking. And that's why he just did a little stun shot, minimal cue ball movement to bring the cue ball over here. Now look, John's walking up to the head of the table. Take a look. What he's looking at is what angle does he want. I believe what he's looking at is when he rolls forward, what angle does he want on this 11 ball? Does he want to be here? Does he want to be here? Does he want to be here? Then when he comes back over behind the 15, he notices something, and I won't tell you what he's going to do. This is the mark of a guy who's run hundreds of balls playing straight pool. That was on purpose, ladies and gentlemen. Just improve that 7-ball break shot a little bit. He knew exactly how to hit that. It was an Efren-like shot. He knew exactly how to hit that shot to nudge the 7 and knew that it would leave him a perfect angle on the 11 to come straight up the center of the table. And that's another reason why I chose this rack. Natural position, straight at the 13. You don't want to get straight in on this ball because then you're near the rail. So he's got a little angle. Now you're going to see him do another championship move. Oh, yep. See, he got down on the shot, and then he got up and went over and looked. He's taking a look at exactly where he wants to be. So the pocket line for this 2-ball, the line to the pocket, it's a little bit above the side pocket. It's over here. So if you kind of played a stop shot and just bounced the cue ball off the rail, you're way below where your position needs to be. Now you got to send the cue ball up table or something like that. Very astute to notice. And he's close to the side pocket. He's noticing that as well. He needs to bring the cue ball onto or above this line. A little bit above this line is fine because you can slow roll the 2-ball on the side pocket and hold position for your break shot right down in here very easily. But he knows he's got to, and he can't draw it because the side pocket's in the way and he's going to hit the point. So he's going to stun it to the rail and left spin to bring it up this direction. Most people would have shot this ball the first time when they get down on it. And John recognized the importance of getting just right. So he walked over and took a look. So this is a stun with left English. See that left English? The cue ball went right to the rail and then came up. Very controllable, and now he went and looked at his angle off from this ball. Some players might slow roll this and bring the cue ball to here. We were just watching Jason Shaw. I know he would have put the cue ball here. John prefers a little bit the inside of the parallel angle. The ghost ball position for the break shot is right here. And so the parallel line from that is right there. Well, my line, I didn't draw that line very well. The parallel line is right there. He put it exactly on the line. And for this break shot, the camera actually doesn't show the break shot. There's a little bit of poor camera work there, but we're going to see the results of the break shot just after the ball separated. And right there, you can tell that what happened was he had that parallel angle and drew the cue ball. So the deflection angle was directly into the side of the rack, and he had draw on it, drew it up table with that spin. So it's going to have that left spin, and that's what brought it back over this way. Well executed shot, and I'm going to show the shot after the break shot because John was a little bit unfortunate. The cue ball stopped right here, and he doesn't have a shot on the 2. If this red ball wasn't here, he might have a shot on this ball or a combination out of the stack. Instead, he has a backwards cut. This might look kind of easy on the camera, but if you think about it, this is a backwards cut shot into a side pocket, and he's got to put a lot of high English on the cue ball to get the cue ball to this rail. So there's not a lot of position. You can't play this real delicately. This ball can skid or roll off real easily. So he's going to put a pretty good positive stroke on this shot. No English, just cut that ball cleanly in the pocket with a high ball. And he knows that the cue ball is going to come 2 rails out of the corner and hit these balls, and he's likely to have a shot on this 11. I think that's the 11, to continue the run. So look at how carefully he's taking aim on this ball. This is to keep the run going. He doesn't have an easy shot at all. So not a lot of control exerted on the cue ball. That was all making the ball, pocketing the ball, knowing that he's going to have this shot next. Now he can start playing careful position and open these clusters. I hope you found that informative, entertaining, and helpful. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Head over to SatoriFlatRack.com and check out the promo video for my new and unique pool ball rack. And of course, ShortstopOnPool.com for my book, A Shortstop on Straight Pool. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time at Shortstop on Pool.